Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Creativity Broadcast. I'm Laura Westman. I'm here to do some channeling today for the creative spirits among us. So let's take a moment and take a deep breath and maybe a little stretch. And we're just going to tune into what the muses would like us to know today. This is a very encouraging feeling, but not in a very forceful way. More like how you would be, excuse me, more like how you would encourage a really young child. So let's get a little more information. I'm going to start with the Starseed Oracle because, I don't know, sometimes creative tenderness feels like a soul conversation. So let's start with the Starseed Oracle today. Hope you all are doing well. There's like a lot going on in the world, so thanks for tuning in and taking a little time for yourself. Okay, let's see. Starseed Oracle. Kind of finicky. Let me just do this one more time. Oh, oh my gosh. It says called soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Wow. If you look at this, it's so beautiful. We've got her running through a portal into the cosmos. It's time to step up. Soul gifts. You know, one thing I really enjoy about this message so far, haven't even read it from the book yet, is the being of this message of being called and stepping up. To me, this is a very different step up message than we might get in our kind of overly productivity focused conditioning. This to me sounds like step up with what you have, step up with what you know, step up with what's natural and coming naturally, not step up, you idiot, get your shit together, or excuse me, you know what I mean. Okay. Okay, so the Starseed Oracle says, you came to Earth with a double mission, to grow as a soul and bring about a shift in consciousness. The best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust what it is that your soul is calling you toward, for it's encoded within the most direct path forward. Your soul has many unique gifts that it came here to share. Some of you may already be aware of, sorry, my tears are like messing me up here. Others, you're just beginning to uncover. You're being called to remember that your soul intelligently chose the perfect conditions to carry out your soul's mission and share your soul's gifts. This is, I think, pretty consistent with some of the messages we've been getting this week about like a grander path that you're walking. And it feels important to name right now, I think embedded in this message is that you can trust the journey that you're on. Like you're partway through the journey you're supposed to be on. You're not on it. If you're being called toward a creative project, a passion, or an adventure, this card is your confirmation that you're facing the right way and that this moment right here is destined. If you're feeling underprepared or thinking, who am I to do that? This card is guiding you to step up and leap. And consider, perhaps your soul has been training for this moment right here for lifetimes. Wow. Let's just look at it one more time. It's so lovely. When I look at this, it's energizing and comforting all at the same time. That's an amazing place to start. I'm also just laughing because when I was doing the spread and the shuffling to pick out this card, I was actually asking for a little bit of guidance from my soul. Like, what does my soul want to say right now in this message, kind of like as a gateway to speaking to everybody else's soul. And so I just love that my soul was like, soul gifts and training. Like, I got you. I think that's so lovely. I think I've been sharing in some other readings this week that I've been feeling kind of, I don't want to say like soul parched, but I've just been feeling like this awareness of like, I'm at the beginning of what feels like a very new chapter. And I have this awareness that connecting with my soul through my body and my physical senses is like a pretty powerful practice right now. I know some of you have said that's been pretty amazing for you too. But it's funny because I feel like in the moments when we need things like that, it feels harder to access. So that's kind of just where I've been, but I'm laughing at my soul kind of being like, I wonder if yours is too. So for a little bit of further guidance, maybe just a little bit of like guidance and clarification, I'm going to use the Moonology deck, which I just got, and I'm just getting to know. I got the Moonology deck because I think in this new chapter, getting more interested in looking at what I'm going through in life through the lens of cycles. So like beginnings and middles and endings and everything in between. And I thought that incorporating some more lunar practice would be a really great way to shed some moonlight, if you will, on things being where they are. Especially because you'll have to comment and tell me if you see things similarly to me, but my human design type, I'm a manifester, and we can get so impatient because we feel like we can see the future. But it's like, why aren't you here now? Like everything in between feels sort of like it should just have already happened. So my impatience can be really intense. It's annoying, but part of the game, I guess. All right, let's see what the Moonology deck has for us. Na, 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 na. Waning moon. What do you need to release? Nice and gentle, very gentle message. Okay, let's see. The waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when in the moon cycle you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked for better or worse, and it's time for you to go easier. It's the autumn and winter of the cycle. So what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you're asking about. Okay, Moonology, it's sassy. This card can be very positive, but can still be gently suggesting that you let something go and stop trying so hard. It also says it's safe to let go and move on. Move forward with as little resistance as possible. Releasing emotional baggage is recommended now. Say sorry to someone. You'll see what lies ahead once you let some things go. Yeah, so that's what a lovely, gentle message. I feel like this is kind of returning to the feeling I was getting at the beginning of this about it being sort of like a very gentle, gentle way of addressing this stuff. Not like, you're an adult, you should blah, 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 but more like really connecting to the tender child within and being so loving and saying like, hey, you don't need that anymore, you know. Super powerful. I am personally in a season of my life where I've been doing so much healing work so that I can actually start letting things go from a new place. And it's sort of weird. It's like a skill to build. Kind of used to just carrying everything all the time. And some of that is my like highly sensitive nature. Some of that is, you know, kind of like empathic, intuitive stuff. Some of it is just I don't know, my life path, I suppose. I'm not going to trauma dump on all of you today. But I do think it is, at least our souls are telling us that right now it's really important to very gently practice releasing some of that stuff. So maybe it's not like clean out your whole emotional closet. Maybe it's just like declutter a little bit, you know, and that shirt doesn't fit anymore and you can buy a new shirt in the right size, you know, and that's okay. Wonderful. All right. So I think for this third one, let's continue with this softening energy and revisit. It's not even a revisit. It feels like a revisit. I return to this one all the time. The White Light Oracle from Alana Fairchild, which is one of my favorite decks for healing conversations. It's so gentle. It's just all these different shades of loving, healing, white light in our lives. So let's use this as just, I'm going to request that whatever card is drawn here is going to be support in like the soft, gentle letting go that we need in order to step up into our calling that my soul said it's time for us all to do. Okay, let's see. I'm still kind of laughing at my soul being so sassy. It's so funny. All right, let's see for this one. Okay, I'm getting two actually. First one, Beta of Spirit Wolf, which is, it's been happening all week. This is the card on the artwork of the whole deck. So we have Beta of Spirit Wolf, number 23. And we've got Oracle of Chaldea, number 37. All right, let's see what these have to say. Man, I love the Spirit Wolf. Again, with the feeling kind of winked at, as I was laying these out, I was looking at the wolf and I was like, God, I love that wolf. And then I was like, here you go. You like that? Have some more. All right, Beta of Spirit Wolf. Give yourself enough rest. Only then will you be able to ground yourself enough to cultivate focus and motivation to fulfill your path. You will find a way through any tricky situation as you tune into your instincts and trust your own timing. From times of change and uncertainty comes confidence, love, and resilience. Embrace transition. Commit to your tasks and stay focused but flexible in your approach. You have the skill to intuitively handle any issue. Spirit Wolf skillfully guides us through transition and uncertainty. He enhances instinct, intuition, and presence, so we can sense or avoid possible sabotage or traps and intelligently and safely find our way around them. Spirit Wolf tunes us into our instincts without creating paranoia or hyperarousal. This is the medicine of awareness and engagement that comes from tuning in without fear, rather than from defensiveness, suspicion, and building walls against life. Okay, so this is, wow, just such a perfect message here, because Spirit Wolf isn't about problem solving. And even as I was reading that, I wanted to apply it to like, this is going to fix this problem thing that I have, that I'm like stressing about. But Spirit Wolf, I think, is kind of similar to Buffalo, which came through very strongly in another reading this week, about you just sort of having this awareness of like, oh, I can actually trust that I will be able to move through anything that's coming. And it might not be from fixing it. It might actually be from knowing that I can trust my intuition around it, knowing that I have all the skills that I need in order to navigate it. So there might be some growth involved. There might be some transformation asking to happen. You might have to rise to the occasion, but you can, and you will. And so Spirit Wolf energy to me is about that. And if we think about wolves in general, they're just these like awesome creatures that are cool and dog-like, and I think they're kind of cute. And they're also hunters, and they're predators, they're pack animals, they're not alone. Like, they know how to work together, and through that intuition and connectedness to each other, they navigate so many challenges in the life of being a wild animal. I just said that like I know all about being a wild animal. I kind of do. We're wild animals, but anyway. And so I think that this is just such a wonderful reminder, that as we're considering stepping up and bringing more of our soul gifts, we might have some problems pop up, but we can handle them. Like, that's what this new chapter is about, is you can handle stuff, and you can trust yourself to handle it. Okay, so then let's work with Oracle of Chaldea. Here's what she looks like. I don't know this card very well, so let's check it out. Oh, of course I would be like, I don't know this one very well. No, I get this message all the time, just not from this card. Okay, I'll read it to you. Continue on your healing journey with enthusiasm, but without forcing things to happen more quickly than feels natural. Sometimes the body will be ready to let go, whilst the mind is still holding on. Gee, I don't know anything about that. At other times, the mind may need to be patient as the body processes an experience. Trust in your own timing and rhythm. There it is again. We've been getting that message all week. There's no need to be impatient or judge yourself. This is hilarious. I'm sorry. You are summoning the spiritual fortitude to tackle an issue which has previously held you back. When the time is right, the healing shall happen more easily than if you tried to push forward prematurely. Things are going to work out. Be positive. Wow. I want to read you a little bit more. There are times when being present in the body and feeling our truth is challenging. We may be unsure how to hold space for our own emotional and psychological states. Humans are complex creatures, and the authentic healing journey requires us to have patience with ourselves. We need to know when it is safe to delve into a matter with full faith that even if things feel out of control, we are connected to a powerful, supportive spiritual network and our own wisdom, and that's enough to handle whatever arises, even if we tremble somewhat during the process. There we have that call back to that wolf energy. Hey, you can handle it. It may not go the way you think it will, but you can totally handle it, and it'll actually be, you'll be better for it in the end. This reading was filled with winks and surprises, and I feel a little bit like I'm being patted on the head by my soul right now in my human state. It's sort of like, same message for you. Good luck. Calm down. Don't be so impatient. Wow. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. Please let me know in the comments what you got from it, and I'll see you next time.